if you could like split it up percentage wise, what percentage of people stayed Rams fans because they had all the gear and they wanted to keep that? What percentage became God forbid Chiefs fans, and what percentage
Right.
just said screw the NFL, I'm done with this league, I'm never going to watch again?
That is a good question. I understand there are some people in St. Louis who are still Cardinals fans. But
Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
me myself, I became a Cardinal fan. Uh, it took a year after the votes, but learning that Michael Bidwell was one of the two owners that voted no on that move, that pushed me into being a Cardinals fan. I'm sure there are still a lot of Rams fans, and I'm sure some people have gravitated to the Chiefs.
It's like driving around town.
Ignoring Clark
Yeah.
Hunt's
Hmm.
uh, involvement in the whole situation. One, because they're a Missouri team, and two, you may have noticed this: they've won three of the last five Super Bowls,
Yes, I have.
including the last two,
Yeah.
and of course the last one that they won, they had probably the world's biggest pop star pulling for them. Uh, by the way, now's a good
So
time
a lot of
to
factors.
yeah. By the way, now's a good time to mention one of my coworkers at my day job is neighbors with Mr. Kelsey. So
Oh, very cool. He probably
yeah,
sees Miss Swift occasionally pull up in a
uh,
probably a fleet of black
at least their
Escalades.
security
Yeah.
when they were just starting. Uh, I would think a large plurality of St. Louis fans not only gave up on the NFL but have become UFL fans. Well, XFL first, and then the UFL.
Yeah, and you're referring to the
I'm
Battlehawks, right?
referring to the
The St. Louis
Battlehawks,
Bat.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
am a Battlehawks fan. Uh, they have in the XFL, both in 2000, which was shut down prematurely because of the COVID pandemic,
Hmm.
and then later in 23, they led the XFL in attendance, and it wasn't even close. Uh,
Yeah, I remember. I mean, watching those games, and it was a packed house. One of the few. I mean,
Mhm.
the other teams, I think it was like Arlington, Las Vegas had a team.
Yeah,
A few other ones. It was 10-20% full.
yeah.
They're in like
DC,
college stadiums,
yeah,
and yeah.
yeah. DC and the Battlehawks were playing at the Dome too. So uh, DC sells out simply because they play in a smaller stadium.
I think it's like 18,000. It's like
Yeah,
they play
yeah.
at
They're
Audi Field, the soccer
Yeah,
stadium there.
Audi Field. It's a smaller stadium, but they fill the place up, and they
Hmm.
have a great fan culture in DC. Uh, then the merger happens with the USFL to form the UFL. St. Louis still leading the league in attendance. They even set a spring attendance record this past UFL season with 40,000 showing up for a game. They
That's
wound
a
up av-
big.
they wound up averaging 33,000. The next closest team attendance wise was DC. Uh, again, filling up that small soccer stadium. So
Mhm.
the appetite is there for football in St. Louis, but if it can't be the NFL, it might as well be the UFL, but a team that actually wants to be there. And
Yeah.
you also notice another thing too. The baseball Cardinals, started life in St. Louis, as did the Blues start life in St. Louis. So for whatever reason, if it's a team that's moving into St. Louis, they always find a way to move out. Uh, but if it's a team that is born in St. Louis, they're the ones that are likely to stay.
Mhm.
And and I know that you're wearing a Chelsea hats, so I guess we could talk about Stan's involvement in other sports, um,
Yeah.
like
He's got his
Arsenal
hands
Football
in a
Club.
lot of different pots. Yeah.
Yeah, like Arsenal Football Club. I can tell you for a fact, Arsenal fans hate him.
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
Very much so.
I had an
Yeah.
Arsenal fan on my podcast too, so uh, that check that episode out. It's called Cronky Out. Uh,
Okay.
they were especially upset with him over the whole European Super League thing, which I know Chelsea was another team involved with that as well. Uh, Fortunately, that didn't happen, but I think it influenced the changes we see in the Champions League starting this year.
Yeah, very true. Where
Mhm.
they've expanded to
Yeah,
a league format,
yeah,
basically.
it's a
Yeah.
league formats with 36 teams, and since I'm on that train of thought, credit to Aston Villa for doing so well in that Champions League formats. That is my team because I'm so
Okay.
pissed off at Kroenke. I can't bring myself to pull for
Yeah.
Arsenal.
Can be. You should become a Chelsea fan, or Tottenham fan, maybe, just because you're anti Cronky.